everyone, welcome to our daily gratitude and affirmation practice. Hopefully my phone stays there. Dinner time at 9 o'clock at night. Number one, gratitude, that I have a chance to just sit here and eat. That's really good. Number two, gratitude. I am going to call my aunt after this. Talk to her for a little bit. Number three, we had a lot of errands to run. So number three, I'm grateful I returned some books to Barnes & Noble's. If you are considering reading the book The Brit, just don't do it. I gave it a try. I read 50 pages. It was a little bit too real for me. I thought it would be more on the I don't know, I guess there's not really anything cool about being a mobster boss, but first 10 pages really sets up the two main characters. It's this little kid that was heavily abused by his stepfather, and he just happens to be outside one night, saves this mob bosser's life. Mob bosser kills his stepfather and takes him in as his son. Next chapter is you meet this lady who, and again, this isn't just the first two chapters, and I am very heavily paraphrasing. They go into pretty decent detail. Next chapter is this lady who is giving birth and almost just dies and is bleeding out on the table, and the guy who's forcing her to give birth takes her child from her, and he has this serpent ring, and you find out that the mobster who took in this boy as his own son was that same guy. And that's how they set up the two main characters. And then you come to find out that she has sex with men and, is being compelled to do so because someone still has their son. The whole thing is just, it's very realistic as to what happens in some of these areas. But it's I like reading fantasy to kind of get away from that sort of stuff. I will say, I don't even remember the author's name, but it's called The Brit. I returned it to the store. But I will say the author is, she or he, very good at writing, but too good. My sister-in-law and I thought it was going to be something totally different. Anyways, returned that one. I also returned Zodiac Academy. I think that's a book I'll just buy on Kindle. I kept the other two, though. So anyways, that was number three. Number four, I made it to the dive shop today, and really helpful guy. I didn't even know that there was a dive shop in my area. And so he spent, I spent probably 40 some minutes in there. He was explaining different snorkels, different masks, different footwear, telling me his dive stories. He was a really cool guy. Didn't know there's been a shop there since what did he say, 1990? Wild. And he started working there for the guy who bought it from the original owners. Crazy. So, that's that. Number five, I did get to talk to Jose for a little bit. He seems to be doing well. Working towards going to school for being a pilot. Sister seems to be doing well. Number six. So, I have this new friend. I'm going to go to her farm tomorrow. I'm going to go look at some trees, pet some horses, engage with her, talk with her about what, I'm not sure, but she does have a fresh vegetable garden, so maybe I'll get some more produce, I don't know. But last two times I have seen her, tomatoes and cucumbers, and both were delicious. Number 6 for the day. I did get a lot of stuff that I needed to in order to prep for my upcoming trips, my upcoming travel. Happens pretty close together, so I'm just getting multiple suitcases packed. That is my number one thing I need to do tomorrow. Number 7. That was really weird. There's like 5 cars that just all rolled out at once. That was wild. 7 for the day. Have I said grateful for dinner yet? Well, so there's something I want to do. You guys know me. You guys know that I like crystals and minerals and rocks. Well, I did get a few today at the shop in preparation for me just doing a little something nice for myself. There was another shop. I might have to go downtown. Here's my dinner for the night, kava. I might have to go downtown because there's this one shop in the mall that I would get, Palo Santo wood from, and they're not there. So, and I think I've bought it maybe once in my life, maybe twice. And, of course, the one place I know that actually does carry it is no longer there, so I'm going to have to go downtown. Or maybe I don't, because I'm leaving tomorrow, and maybe that's a thing for a different time. But anyways, I'm grateful I got some crystals. And I completely forgot about this. Last year, sometimes you just do things and you just roll with it. Last year, I ended up getting some crystals during a time where it was, not great. And I left them in my car, in my center console, and totally forgot about them. And I opened the bag, yesterday? I think yesterday. Or today. The days are melding. And it's like getting a present again for the first time. I totally forgot what I bought. So that was a nice surprise. Number 8. Thank goodness today is Friday. Oh, that was spicy. Long weekend. Gonna go hiking this weekend. Number 9. 9 for the day. Well, honestly, I am grateful I have time to sleep in tomorrow. The thing is, my dreams have been so whack this week. Last night too. Just tossing and turning all night. And the crazy thing is, I'm getting sleep. It's, we need to work on the quality of sleep. So, very grateful I get a chance to sleep in tomorrow morning. Number 8 for the day. You want to do 8? I think we did. We can do 8 again. I am grateful I've had some time to spend with my family. That's been nice. And the other thing too, tomorrow when a work project wraps up. So that's going to be really nice. Number 9. I am grateful. I had to take a morning walk this morning. Oh, that's been just such a blessing. And I've been really religiously putting the HIPAA cleanse on my foot. And it's been really helping. And I forgot to this morning. I've been religiously doing it twice a day. But we are going to do it when I get home. Ugh. I'm sitting here like stressing out because I'm like, no! I've been working so hard for this. And 10 for the day. I'm grateful I've had more time to read. It's actually been pretty wonderful. So, book last night didn't work out, but I was trying. I was trying to give myself a good reading experience. All right. Message of the day. Oh, number 11. I had to hang out with Stacy yesterday, help with the horses. That was so nice. And we had a great conversation. So my message of the day is actually, she says something to me that just like really got me thinking about something a different way. So I have extensive conversations with both David and Stacy. They're wonderful people. And I was just talking last night about how difficult it is to still feel a connection with somebody even though like you're not together. And I don't mean really from like a heart perspective, although I guess that's part of it. It just seems, I think everyone has these certain people in their lives where you just connect on such a different level. It's so deep. It's like on a soul level, right? And if life works out to the point where you guys aren't together, it could be challenging or difficult. I know for me, I don't know, sometimes I don't have the answers. I really don't. And everyone has free will. They can make their own choices. But I've been really feeling a certain way about the situation that I found myself in last year and just kind of put into, and, knowing in life that there's only one way to handle things, and that's to walk through them. And she says something to me that just really made me think about it in a different way. And I think I was at a point where I was ready to hear it this way. And she said, well, with like all of your abilities and the things that you're able to do and, your unique skill set and qualities, she's like, how amazing is it that you are equipped for this? And how amazing is it that, you can handle this? And it just, I think it hit my ears and it hit my brain a different way. Where I do feel capable of handling it, but it was almost like, it was such a beautiful way of saying like, you don't have to take any drastic measures. You don't have to try and delete the connection out of existence. Almost like the way that she said it is going to allow me to just explore it for what it is. Because one of the, as I've talked to you guys about different levels and states of being and finding your foundation, the first thing that always happens is awareness, right? And then you kind of start going inwards. Things start dismantling. Everything feels like it's being ripped away, but really what it's doing is like everything's kind of coming away to then come back together in a more seamless, integrated fashion. And for the life of me, I think there's maybe still stuff where I can accept that, like, hey, you know what, this is here, and but I am equipped and I have the tools to explore it. And that doesn't have to mean anything aside from just exploring. So, what things in your life do you feel like you've tried so many different ways to get to a resolution and it's just not working? But what if we can, with our tool sets and with the person that we are, our very being, seek to explore just for the sake of exploring? It's like going into a cave, and instead of doing anything with the cave, you're just there to be like, wow, wow, oh wow, oh wow, like, yep, it's a cave, and then you leave. And there's no other requirement. And I think I have been trying to transform something that I don't fully understand. And the way that she said it to me too, and I'm getting full body chills, which means this is a truth. The way that she said it to me also made me think of, like, that it was just like a beautiful gift. And if I just took away the context of the situation and just looked at this thing that doesn't want to go anywhere at this moment, how is my unique skill set and me just exploring going to be able to help other people with this? Right now, I'm not at a point where I could assist other people. I know one other person, full body chills, in this entire world that we've connected and have explained the same thing, where it feels like there's just this unbreakable cord. And then it doesn't necessarily matter. Like, it's not about, like, oh my God, I'm going to die if I'm not with this person. It's like, there's just some weird connection that just never dies. It's never ending. It, like, I've done cord cutting ceremonies. Like, I've done a lot of stuff. But maybe it's not supposed to leave. And maybe it's not for any of the reasons that I think. And maybe it's like I can simply explore and bring awareness, because maybe I'm trying to do something without having full context. And so, what things in your life do you feel like you've just tried everything in your arsenal to change? Can we just be an observer? Or no, I don't like I don't like embodying the observer. Can we be the explorer? Can we just be the scientist that gets kind of like, wow, fascinating that this is not changing. Fascinating. What is this? And just kind of forgo the whole story and just get fascinated with the fact of, like, wow, nothing has worked so far on this thing. And maybe through that, it dissolves and transforms into something else. And maybe it doesn't. But I think the awareness would potentially help me. So, thank you, Stacy, if you ever see this. That was so beautiful. Because so many of my conversations have revolved around, like, either people being empathetic and, just understanding, like, oh yeah, that must be hard. Or people going, I don't understand, this person did not treat you right. And, like, for me, I get so frustrated because I'm like, all of this is true. Like, I get frustrated with myself, right? That I feel like a crazy person. But maybe this is here for some bigger purpose, and maybe this is another gift set that I am creating that I can assist other people with. And the fact that I've met one other person that I keep getting full body chills. We know both her and I have experienced the exact same thing. The way we describe it, the way we express ourselves, the way we're like, we don't necessarily know what to do about this. If there's two of us, there have to be more. And so maybe my goal right now is just understanding. And if there's one thing I'm really good at, it's freaking being the explorer. The explorer, the discoverer, And so now my only goal with this is like, I'm just going to observe, study, and explore and go, ooh, ah, how fascinating. But yeah, it was just the way, I don't know, it's just the way that she talked. And I've never heard anyone talk about it that way. And it was really nice. So I want to encourage all of you, if you have, and like part of this I know is attachment, but if you don't necessarily fully understand the attachment and why it's not shifting, how can you require it to shift? And actually, something that I just put two and two together with. So I've had other cords like this because I see a lot of stuff, right? I've had other cords like this. And it's black, but this one always like has gold around it as if it's being heavily like not it. You know Hercules, if you see the movie Hercules, where the fates try and cut his life cord and all of a sudden it turns gold and it like messes up their scissors, like that's exactly what it feels like, looks like. If anybody else has had experience with this, please let me know in the comments. I am so fascinated. Right now I only know one other person. But anyways, I had another person tell me, so if anyone's familiar with somatic therapy, internal family systems, your different parts, right? You have different parts. You have your protector parts, your managers, and your child parts. And a lot of times when I would go within, the visualization I would get, especially for my child parts, they're just always in like darkness. And I was working with someone and she goes, well, can you bring them somewhere else before? Because a lot of times when you're doing somatic therapy or internal family systems, you give the part a different job. You ask them what type of job they want to do versus the one that they're doing right now that is creating some of like the tendencies. And finally this person was like, can you bring them somewhere else actually first? And she explained it after, and this was like so life-changing for me. She goes, how can your parts, especially a child, know what they want if they have nothing in their environment to pull from? You have no context. You have nothing else to generate ideas. You're in darkness. And so I just started thinking about that cord, and this is the awareness, getting interested, not really caring to do anything else. Like, exploring to me is such a neutral activity, and it's so exciting because like you always discover something and it has no other goal or objective. You could not find something and still have had a fabulous time exploring. So I think putting it into this context is great for me. But if this cord is, in my mind, darkness, that could be that like I have no foundational understanding of what's in it. And so I just keep seeing myself going into it. And which is something that I've resisted because I have this assumption of like, oh, it's going to keep energy going back to the person, or it's going to keep me stuck in this loop of never getting over this person. And like at this moment, I don't really think that that's it at all. I think I need to go into it for my own foundational awareness and understanding of myself. And if it happens to lead back to a person energetically, like, so be it. At this point, like, is there really a difference? Probably not. Oh my god. I crack myself up sometimes. But anyways, so the lesson of the day is be an explorer and recognize that you have the tool set. You'll know the right time too. Like, there's emotional processing that needs to happen. I almost had to get to a place where I'm a little bit more solidified in real life and understanding of like, okay, like there is a time gap now between it to where, yeah, that's crazy, that happened, and I'm still coming to terms with, because I was in it. I was like fully committed. I thought that I think everyone has this moment too, where they're like, yep, this is it. This is my person. This is how the rest of my life is going to look like. And, you're getting engaged and married, kids, like whatever. Like, you've had a vision and you held and committed to that vision. That part, I think I still have some difficulty with. Or, like just missing the person, who they are as a person, not necessarily the quality of their treatment of me. But I think enough time has passed where I'm like, okay, I can do this without being fully in the story. I think I had to get to this point, but I think also someone acknowledging that, like, yeah, but you're capable of handling it and you have the tool set, and like, what an amazing gift that you have the tool set to be able to manage this. And I feeling at that moment like you can, that I think is the right moment to then go exploring. You're not gonna, like, we force ourselves to do things that we maybe aren't fully prepared to do all the time. But there's a difference between trusting your gear when you're going spelunking and still having, the healthy fear of, wanting to keep yourself alive versus like, oh, I don't know about this rope that doesn't look the strongest. Like, I have doubts about this rope. You don't want to go spelunking and not fully trust the gear that you're bringing, or bring the wrong carabiners and clip yourself and then one of them breaks. So I think developing up the tools is important. But if I have confidence in my tools, then that means that I can go and just explore and trust myself that at the very least, I can come back out and like, whatever, I'm here. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Anyways, that was long. Thank you for coming to my Rebecca Talk. The Becca Talks. Okay. Affirmations. Number 1, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. I can ask for help whenever I need to. And with gratitude, I receive the offered help and support today. Number 2, I love myself deeply, fully, and completely. Number 3, I just allow myself to be and breathe. Number 4, I want to say this one tonight. I choose again. I choose so much better for myself. Number 5, I'm not going to stress. Everything is being worked out for my ultimate good. Number 6, I'm a person that everything works out for easily, effortlessly, quickly, in my highest favor, with me fully supported, with me receiving love, nourishment, and care, and for the good of all. Number 7, I breathe easily and deeply in the sanctuary of bliss, peace, and protection where I powerfully reside. Number 8, this moment's a brand new moment, a fresh start. The next moment's a brand new moment, a fresh moment. Number 9, without a shadow of a doubt, I have me. I am living my delusional dream life and interacting with my deepest desires at all times. And then 10 for the day. What a beautiful day to be alive. Let's claim today our accomplishments, appreciate the world we live in, and powerfully co-create more of what we want. That is all for today, guys. I hope you're doing well. What are you grateful for? What are you affirming? How are you doing? What do you think about this? And if you want to, like, what are you exploring that you previously had resistance to, or just the resistance about the fact that it exists? I think me accepting that, like, okay, it's here, and like, what else can I do? That was another good moment for today. But anyways, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.